Hi, hello. Second time's a charm? Yeah, we'll go with that. So, the first thing I should probably address is I'm trying out this new thing with my little persona, my stills. I'm making it a little animating, like, drawing thing because I've seen a lot of other art channels do that, and I was like, I should try that. It will probably save me some time and for trying to do stills and then having to resize them every time, because every time I put in a still I have to resize the still, which sucks a lot. So I thought that if I made a little animated like repeating GIF that I maybe only had to resize a little bit and I could just copy paste would be perfect, and that's what I did. Yes, also, you might notice, why are you not doing what you usually do, which is make fun of Yandere Dev's characters, or draw you guys as OCs. I branched out today. Do I kind of regret it? A little. Is that just because of the mental pain it took me to render out in Doki Doki Literature Club's art style? Yes. So today's video is me trying to draw in an art style of like media I really like. This is gonna be part 1 of a series that I'm gonna do. I was gonna put it all into one video, but after I edited down the footage for this one, it was way too long. It was like 20 minutes, and then I edited it down a little bit more, like stretching it, like cutting out all my screw ups instead of just cutting out the parts where I like will mark a little X saying that I'm gonna go like leave the recording on because I'm gonna go get a drink of water or Violet is doing something. So yeah, and it was 15 minutes, and then I was like, oh my god, I cannot add another drawing. This video will be like so long, and I'm so this is part 1 out of possibly part 3, but most likely, hopefully, part 2. But yeah, I think it's a really good thing to try to attempt other art styles. It can really help. Like, if you're trying to find an art style yourself, trying to copy someone's art style, even if it's just the proportions, the anatomy, the way they line things, even if it's not going as like a full finished piece, can be really helpful in figuring it out yourself, because you can see how other people do things, and replicating that can see what you want to do, and stuff. At least that's what I used to do when I was looking for my art style. And then you don't exactly copy the other art style, you just kind of mush it together. I don't know, I might make a full video on that. I also might make a tutorial video. Comment if you want that. Also, speaking of commenting, because if you like this video and you think, like, wow, this person's art's pretty dang cool, subscribe. You should subscribe. I also have a Discord link in the description, and I'm doing a thing where I draw people's OCs, but I don't have an email set up. So what I'm doing is I've created a Discord server where people can join, and then you can go to the Submit OC section and submit an OC. The only thing I ask is that there is a rules section. Please read that first, because it has the rules for submitting an OC, and if you don't follow the rules, I'm not gonna pick you, because because a lot of these rules are important for me making the video. So yeah, so you can go. I also have my Instagram if you want to go follow that and all that other stuff. I'll be done chilling. I just thought I would mention that, because in almost all my videos you never hear me mention it, and it's because I always forget to mention it, or else So, I reminded myself by saying comment, but yeah, do all that fun stuff. So, yeah, comment if you want me to do a tutorial video. I might do a poll on that Discord server. if you think I should do a tutorial or not. Yeah. So oh, I sounded British for a second, or at least I think I sounded British for a second. But yeah, doing this was extremely painful. This drawing process. The sketch wasn't that bad. You know, the line art was pretty bad, but you know, I can get over that. I cut it out because I had to redo the lines a whole bunch, and then this video would be 20 minutes long if I didn't cut out the line art. So you guys only get to see like a part of it where I do the head, but like the body, I had to redraw the lines so much. And I had this issue with like trying to line the skirt I cut it out, but it was so hard. And then the rendering. In some ways it's very similar to my art style, and then in other ways it's really not at all. Like, there are certain things where like certain types of shadows, like the lighter shadows, will be blended out, very similar to my art style, where, you know, I blend out a lot of the shading. But also there's like this, like, there's like a lot more hard shading. Is that the word? Like, for example, on the legs, which I spent way too much time trying to do. This part, again, the skirt shadow was cut out, but I had such a difficult time trying to figure out how they made that skirt shadow work. Like, so hard. Like, you wouldn't think this would be this hard for me, but it was so hard. I don't understand. Like, I mean, I understand now because I figured out I needed to like erase and then blend out like the shadow on the one part of like the skirt, and then to do the inside shadow I had to do a lot of like inside shadow blending, which I've already done. But my goodness, it was so hard to figure out. Same thing with the hair. It's not as complicated as my own hair shading style, but there's a lot more detail to it, because the way I shade hair is it's very shiny, and like the shadows are just like little loops that are blended out. If you're new and you don't like know like what my art looks like, you can go check out another one of my videos after this video is done, but you could easily tell the difference in between how I do hair, between how the artist who drew this for Doki Doki Literature Club draws hair, and I was struggling a bit because it is very different. I also was having an issue where if my stabilizer is on high, the pen pressure doesn't work properly, which is an enigma to me. And so I would have to blend out so that the lines wouldn't look all funky. I'd have to blend out the ends, which isn't 100% like Doki Doki's. I like, and this drawing doesn't really look like it's like made from the artist from the game. If anything, it looks like it looks like the Chinese bootleg. Actually, no, it looks a little better than like the Chinese. It looks like the slightly off-brand version of this art of Doki Doki Literature Club. That's what it looks like. It's not exactly a bootleg. It's like, yeah. Another thing, with the shading, I had no idea. You could probably tell, I think we're past the rendering point, because I'm not looking at the speed paint while I'm watching this, because I'll get distracted. I think you can tell, but I did not know how to shade the tail at all. So, I improvised. Same thing with the highlights. I improvised. Which is the one thing, I think if I left out the tail, it would be a lot easier to, like, it would have been a lot easier to, not tell, but it would have been more convincing, kind of. I also think in some areas of the line art, it's a little thicker, and I think I misinterpreted that as hard shading. So, well, that's just sad for me. And then, yeah. A lot of this was talking about me trying to copy the art style, but for the last 4 minutes, yeah, I have 4 minutes. At least I think I do. I wanted to talk about why I like Doki Doki Literature Club so much, because I really enjoy this game. I really enjoy the like when something looks initially cute and like sweet and like it's an innocent video game, and then it ends up not being that innocent video game or book or anime. I love that. I love that. I don't know why. Since I was a kid, I've always liked the sort of like cute but like secretly dark sort of thing. I think I know why I like it now, because when I draw fan art, I can either draw super cute fan art or the edgiest thing you've ever seen, and it, you know, they both work. But I really do enjoy Doki Doki Literature Club. Doki Doki became like my life in middle school for a couple months, so I really do appreciate this game. It took me like, I remember, I don't know if I still have the old drawings, but I would draw these characters a ton, and attempt to, and I would practice more and more so that I could, maybe not drawing specifically those characters, but I would practice just drawing, like, people in general, literally, just so that I could draw the Doki Doki, like, all four of them correctly and properly. So they are a big contributor to my drawing and stuff, which I think I have to thank that for. I also, and I just really like the game. I don't know how to really put it into words other than the fact that I just kind of like focused on it and fixated on it, and every once in a while it'll come back, and it's such a big sense of nostalgia for me. Like, I'm so sad I cannot buy Doki Doki Plus because I don't have $20. Like, that makes me sad. I think I was like, so on that TikTok I was talking about in my last video, which that I made another video in the description. I'm pretty sure I'm complaining about how I can't buy Doki Doki Plus. Like, cause I really want to get Doki Doki Plus so bad, but I can't spend the $20. This is like a Greek tragedy. Like, yeah. So this is the, oh god, I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so this is the art style video for Doki Doki Literature Club. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, like and subscribe for part 2, and if you like my art in general, that'd be amazing. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.